Green Barbecue.
Hello and welcome everyone to beautiful Yarborough Stadium here at Solano Community College, home of the Solano Mudcats, where the Mudcats will be taking on the Lincoln Potters. They meet up for the first time this season, and I'm Ryan Irwin. Alongside me doing color is Antonio Harris tonight.
Yes.
And the Mudcats come in on a 9-3 overall record that's counting conference and non-league games, as the first pitch is looped right at the shortstop and one pitch, one out. That's how this game gets started. But going back to the record, 9-3 overall, and again that's counting conference and non-league games. They're on a two-game losing streak. They split the series with the Medford Rogues over the weekend. But overall, this team has been one of the hottest teams in the entire league. And even outside the league, when you look at other leagues, besides the PEL, they've been really, really good. And I just kind of want to get your thoughts, Antonio, on what you've been seeing from them so far this season, especially offensively.
Yeah, Ryan. I mean, just like you're saying, like they're one of the hottest teams, if not probably the hottest team in the PEL right now. Up there with the Potters, obviously. The Mudcats come into today with the highest batting average. And one of the highest pitching.
That foul ball was brought to you by Click the Music Mobile DJ.
I'm looking for both their bats
if
and
you're
their pitching
wondering.
well today.
Yeah, and their offense, I mean, their batting average as a team is incredibly high. And when you kind of look at overall the record and the different games, as this one's chopped on the ground foul towards the Mudcats dugout. When you look at some of the scores, again counting non-conference games, after the opening day where they lost 22-4,
We don't want to talk about that.
they went on to score 10 plus runs as a team every single game, leading all the way up to over this weekend when they lost the last two games. Well, it was a doubleheader, and that's why it ended up being a 4-game series against the Medford Rogues. But the first two games, I look back at that first game, they scored, I believe it was, they won 12-6 in that first game, and Zach Goldenberg had 2 home runs in that game.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that right now.
Swing and a miss, he strikes him out. That's Devin Hancock's first strikeout of the game, and there are 2 outs. Got him with a nasty slider.
Jam together for our bat boy, Blake. Look at him hustling. All right. Blake. Next up for the Potters, first baseman number 25, Ty McGraw.
Here's McGraw, left-handed hitter. Potters are a very talented team as well, and they play a lot more games. They see a lot different competition, and as this one is ripped into left field. Going back as the left fielder, he's looking up, and that one's gone. Some opposite field power from McGraw. So it's 1-0 Lincoln Potters, and right as I was talking about, I was about to get into their offense, that happened.
Yeah, I mean, coming into this game, the Potters are.
Next up, designated hitter number 28, Ethan Johnson.
They have a batting average of 346, on-base percentage of 460, slugging percentage of 506, and before that home run, they came into today with 16 home runs to the team. Now make that 17. So.
Yeah.
Their offense is there.
Yeah, and they flat out hit the ball out of the ballpark, like you were saying. So obviously a dangerous team. But when you have guys on the lineup like that can go to the opposite field, that's always dangerous. And there's a couple of guys in the Solano Mudcats lineup that do the same thing. Guys like Wyatt Davis. You have obviously Zach Goldenberg is very dangerous in the middle part of that order. Teo Kopp.
When it's windy.
Yeah.
Stop, baby.
But he knows how to hit here.
Yeah.
And also too, looking at overall their record at home, they're 6-1 at home. They're 3-2 on the road. They won 4. Well, they won.
You said they're 6-1
2 against Medford. Yeah, 6-1 at home. As this one's hit sharply on the ground, and Wexler can't come up. Or that's Tyler Crudo. And he can't come up with it, and so that's going to be a 2-out single. But yeah, 6-1 at home, 3-2 on the road. They're 4-2 in the conference to start the season, and they're also 9-3 overall.
So they're 4-2 in the conference.
Yeah.
Next up,
4-2
right
in the
field number is
conference.
Quincy Marlboro.
They've lost 2 in a row.
Along with the Potters, they're also 4-2 in the conference, but also they are 19 overall record of 19-2. At home, they're 19-1. On the road, they've only lost 1 game.
Yes.
So they're 0-1.
So they're a very. You said they're 0-1 on the road?
0-1 on the road.
But that 19-2 overall record is really just insane. As this one's hit in the center field, drifting back, and now coming in a little bit is a center fielder. He'll make the catch. That'll end the inning. So we'll head to the bottom of the first. The Lincoln Potters score 1 on the solo home run. The Mudcats are coming up. Welcome back to the broadcast. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Adrian Ruiz will lead things off for the Mudcats as he pops one up and out of play. I want to kind of go back to the offense for both of these clubs. They rank, your Solano Mudcats rank #1 in the entire PEL right now in hitting and offensive stats. They're #1. The Lincoln Potters are right behind them as this one's hit hard up the middle into center field for a base hit. Adrian Ruiz will get things started nicely for the Mudcats, and Tyler Crudo will come up next. So here's Crudo with the leadoff runner Ruiz at first base. And now a quick pickoff attempt. Ruiz is back in there safely. Ruiz, healthy lead over at first base. Now another pickoff attempt. So the Potters trying to hold Ruiz close to first. Mudcats play the Potters today, and then they'll take a trip down to Lincoln tomorrow, and they'll play the Potters there. So it's a little kind of a split series. You play one here, and then one game there. So a little small 2-game series. Two of the hottest teams in the PEL to start the year. Now another quick pickoff attempt. And this is when you got to think that the disengagements that we get in the MLB should come down, because this is old school right here.
Yes.
4 straight pickoff attempts in a row. A pitch hasn't even been thrown in this at bat. Make it 5. Oh, number 6. I just overheard the scorekeeper saying that was 6. So 6 straight pickoff attempts.
I think I heard someone say 5.
So if I'm Ruiz, I'm thinking about going here. And he does not, and this one's fouled straight back to the screen. That's one of those things as a runner where to really just...
Pick off so many times, just go for it.
Count will be 0-1.
Actually, about the 6th disengagement by the pitcher.
Here's the 0-1. Crudo, swing and a miss through a healthy fastball. He foul tipped it, home plate umpire says, so the count will be 0-2. If this was the MLB, Adrian Ruiz would have came in to score by now. Because of
Most likely, yes. The 3 disengagements.
Crudo fouls this one straight back.
Okay, a lodge somewhere?
That ball might have stuck in the netting. Adrian Ruiz leads off, and there's a slider on the outside. Breaks off the play. Count will be 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Crudo down on strikes, and here comes Max Garcia.
Next up.
So here's Garcia, and he'll be followed by the 4-hole hitter Zach Goldenberg, one of the heroes over the weekend down in Medford. He launched 2 home runs in the first game. He went on to have a huge series. He hit well over 450. Drove in multiple RBIs, scored a lot himself. There were a lot of runs scored in the first 2 games of that series. So here's the 1-0. Garcia looks at a slider off the plate. Mudcats wearing their baby blue uniforms with the red trim along the forearm.
Kind of the Potters.
Potters have the baby blue going with the orange lettering.
No, yeah, you're right. The sun looks red.
Say, I don't think they can do that then, because they'd be matching.
The Mudcats have more of a Carolina blue one.
3-0 to Garcia. Here's the pitch. And Garcia looks at fastball off the plate. Ball 4. So that'll put runners at first and second with 1 out. And here comes Zach Goldenberg. So here's Zach Goldenberg, or otherwise known as Goldie. Big power hitter as he looked like a curveball in their strike one. Goldenberg has been all over mistake pitches this season so far, and even during the non-league games, he was absolutely just tearing the cover off the baseball as he looks at strike two. So Goldenberg's going to have to choke up here and protect the plate. 0-2 with 0-2 to Goldenberg. Here's the pitch. Goldenberg looks at a fastball off the plate. Very patient hitter. And that's really what has helped him this season. You know, he'll go down 0-2, but then he can work the count back to full and foul off tough pitches.
The foul ball is brought to you by Dakin and Dakin Realty.
You have met Casey before? He's the Army of Archery coach.
Second base. Yeah.
You didn't throw against him?
Every game. It was great. We had like rain outs, perfect timing where he threw it. We love that.
The hardest working young man out here. Okay, Casey, what's your take on this two league games a week thing? I don't know why they don't go to three. How did we do that? Every 2 years you switch. I remember when I came in, we did
Here's the 1-2 pitch.
the Monday, Wednesday,
The
Friday.
catcher. Here's the throw down, and it goes into right field.
No, you know what I like develop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You need to figure it out.
You do. And also, I think it evens it out across the board a little
It
bit.
does. Like the little teams.
Yep.
To Goldie at first base. You know what I mean?
No, I know.
You know who I'm talking about.
But it also then develop pitchers and say it's not even the same arm for all the time.
Yeah.
Because that's what they want to do.
Right.
all around. He's one of the rare guys where he can sit at a superstar level. This one's hit up the middle. Runner will come around.
Next up, number 5, left fielder Mays Madsen.
Mark says most of the other guys they like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, because you're not in the league anymore. He's like the only one that grow up for three, and they all don't want it. He still loves it too. Because he can only rely on the couple guys he has. I mean, well, he has more, but he never developed them.
That foul ball is brought to you by Edward Jones.
Who was that? Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Are you going to keep going or what?
Yeah, that's what I think so. So, like, I'll get 3 more.
I just read something, was it today or last night, about the whole, they're just going to do 5 year straight. Oh, I didn't read about it. Is that what, so there's none of that either? Okay.
Basically, once you turn 19, you're not going to see a 27-year-old. Like, once you're 24.
So 5 years of eligibility.
It's like when you're,
Come on, baby.
or when you're like your last year. Outside, 32.
That ain't school if you're a 2 year old guy.
Yes.
Missed out. Yeah. Right.
This is 3-2.
Next up, center fielder number 6, Jordy Lopez.
Yeah, baby.
Well, he had like 45 innings, right?
He walked one guy very briefly.
Good challenge, guys.
All right, we'll be here. You're always welcome, Casey.
Next up, shortstop number 2, Perry Bland.
Is that Ben call? Yeah. He tried to call me too, I think.
It's only a few too, so I was going to speak. What did you say it looked like? Or, yeah.
One run. They're always a contender.
Next up, first baseman number 25, Ty McGraw.
This like
Bring guys in for like a 10-day contract. And then they bring other guys in.
Gaylord. It's about to close that game, please.
They're a full profit. So they play a lot of games before the league starts.
Good. One on deck, batter, please.
10 days off and they play those games. Then they get their holiday, dump those guys. And at the end of the season, they're always shuffling. It's always like a constant battle to lose each time. Oh, you just hanging out with me? All right. What?
Oh, baby.
Oh, you didn't? You got some still? Sounds like they ran out of food. Oh, that's pretty much all we have. That's not good. Maybe we should have saved some of those extra pieces for the.
Yeah. Ah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Next up, designated hitter number 28, Ethan Johnson.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Yeah, sorry for the technical difficulties. We had an audio issue for basically half of this inning. I think basically the entire inning, because I don't think we were still on when it came into this inning, but it's 4-0 Potters. They've scored 3 in this inning.
Fans are already starting to get restless. I mean, I heard, I think, Ski say something. I heard parents behind me say, "Great call, Blue."
1-0. That's in there, strike one. So this has become a really long, stressful inning for Devin Hancock.
They don't have anybody warming up in the bullpen, which is surprising. Normally, they have people up and moving, but not stretching. This is surprising by Stafford because
this one fouled straight back. Well, you always wonder too. Stafford, he's kind of
used to it.
Yeah, and
what's the one?
Well, we won't say that, but
With the,
yeah,
with
we
the
know.
With the Falcons.
Yeah, we know. Eight sometimes, yeah.
Wrong wording.
1-2 from Hancock with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And that's off the plate. Well, the thing with Hancock is he'll get to 0-2 and then he just doesn't have a put-away pitch right now. And there's been a lot of hard contact this inning for the Potters. There's no doubt about that, but when you go to 0-2, you got to be able to put them away. As here's a pop-up and foul out of play. Looked like he went with that curveball.
That foul ball was brought to you by Click the Music Mobile DJ.
And a swing and a miss. That's in the dirt, and he'll strike him out. So Hancock gives up 3 runs, but he'll get out of it with no more damage. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Mudcats coming up. Welcome back to the broadcast. Bottom of the second inning. As this one is chopped. And we'll see if there's a play. And there isn't a play. This one goes down the right field line. So the runner will end up at second.
Not kidding. He could have gone to 3.
That would have been a difficult play to make. And at the effort. Derek Bartram, who let things off. He
Next up from Solana College,
He's on.
number 25.
So here's Teo Kopp. Last time the Mudcats were at home, he went yard. He had a 3-run home run over left field out towards the scoreboard. It was just a missile.
I was waiting for one of those too.
Maybe you'll see one today. Teo Kopp has been on a heater. Medford Rogue Series, he had a couple of really big hits. Got on base a lot. He had a good series in Medford, and hopefully he can continue that little homestand. And I say homestand, not really. They're just here today. Here's the 1-1, and it looks like a fastball, strike 2. So the Mudcats, just that fastball on the outside corner, they're just not seeing it. At least so far to start the day. Here's the 1-2. And he chases the slider, strike 3. So 2 just perfectly placed pitches, and Kopp is down on strikes. I guess so. So here's Gilbert Roth with a runner at second, and he gets a hanging slider, hits it on the ground, and it bounces off the third baseman's glove. So Roth is going to be safe. On the play, Bartram didn't move up to third. He had to freeze on the ground ball, so he goes back to second.
Well, that's a smart baseman there too. So.
So in steps Brandon Stone, who he really came alive in the Medford Rogue Series. There were a lot of guys that really just woke up and kind of asserted themselves into the starting lineup over the weekend. And one of those guys was Brandon Stone. He hit .425 over the weekend.
Good God. I wish I could have been there.
Here's the 0-1. That's backdoor slider, 0-2.
Hey, we say next to you. You got it.
I want to shut the door. But it get too hot in there.
0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew him away with the fastball, 2 down. So 2 outs. Runners at first and second. And Ruiz looks at a slider off the plate. So if you're Adrian Ruiz and you get a slider like that on the outside part of the plate, you could try to do exactly what he just did there, and that's go the other way with it. Because with Bartram's speed at second, he might not be the fastest player on the team, but he's above average as a runner. So a base hit into right field, you would think that Kyle Stafford over at third would be sending him, as this one is hit foul.
And what do we say, Ryan?
That foul ball
Creek.
was brought to you by Cool Jack Bat.
And all the kids are running around trying to find the baseballs.
1-2. This one is lofted in the air down the right field line into foul territory going the Potters, and nobody's going to get to it.
You heard their catcher yelling,
So-
he's got room, he's got room.
Count will remain 1-2.
Please return all foul balls to the concession stand. Thank you, and get a prize. Not a car or anything.
I get a bed. If I work at
Hey,
Sarah's Club, I get
hey.
a
1-2 pitch. That one's way off the plate. Some really filthy movement. Back. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So 3 straight strikeouts after the runners got into first and second. Mudcats leave a runner in scoring position again. We'll head to the top of the third. It's 4-0 Potters. Welcome back to the broadcast. We're in the top of the third inning. The Potters are leading the Mudcats 4-0. As Devin Hancock will remain out there on the mound as he fires in a... Not sure where that missed. That looked like that was right down the middle of the plate. But 1-0.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
And now we're getting timeout from the umpire, so I'm just thrown off right now. That
Yeah, I'm thrown off.
was like on a tee. No offense. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. This one is fouled away. And that goes into the Potters dugout.
Someone almost caught that very but and also before that pitch, we also heard someone say John. We also heard one of the Potters yell John Stockton out of nowhere. I was trying to figure out what that was about, but
1-1. Curveball. That one was also close. 2-1. Two and one pitch. And there's a good curveball, and there's strike 2.
on the inside corner.
Backdoored him. 2-2 pitch. This one is hit into center field. Ruiz is drifting back on it, and now he'll settle under it. 1 out.
You know where it shows in the MLB, the show where it shows where the swing
Next
timing
up, second
and
baseman,
Yeah.
number 13, Luke
how fast it
Gordon.
came off the bat, how fast the pitch was.
Yeah.
It shows
Says
you
if
too
you're
early.
very early.
It shows
early.
you the launch angle right
Yeah.
there. In the bottom right corner also.
Yep.
In the bottom right corner of the thing.
Perfect.
A perfect right there. That was too much launch angle. That was about maybe. Let me do the math real quick. That was about 150.
This one ripped into center field for a base hit. It was hit too high.
Yes, that's all I'm gonna say. It was hit too high.
Potters have been putting the hits together.
Next up, number 35, third baseman, Shane Miller.
And you look back at those last 2 innings that the Potters had runners in scoring position, they didn't do anything with it. And like I said earlier in the game,
Potters did?
or Mudcats, my mistake.
Say, buddy.
This one is hit into left. Is it going to fall fair? No, it's not. It's going to just roll foul. And the home plate umpire's got some words for the Potters players over there.
I'll agree with that. I am an umpire, so just ask Ryan. He has seen me in my gear before.
Here's the 0-1. And that's in there, strike 2. Oh, and 2. Runner at first with 1 out. Here's the pitch. And that's in the dirt. One and 2 pitch. This one is hit into left center field. Back on his Ruiz. Now he's at the warning track and he'll make the catch. 2 outs.
Those are those
Put your hands together for our bat boy, Blake, everybody.
So
Now batting, number 9, catcher, Cooper.
Devin
Smith.
Hancock can kind of have a sigh of relief right there after that big out.
Yes.
So 2 outs now. And he held back on the first pitch slider. So quick pickoff attempt. Oh. Another pickoff attempt. Runner's back in there standing. And that one's off the plate, 2-0. Two and 0. This one ripped on the ground right at Goldenberg, and he steps on the bag for 1, and there'll be no play at second. And there were 3 outs, so I think Zach Goldenberg just kind of went into. He thought there was 1 out.
He went into panic.
Yeah, but what a play from Zach Goldenberg, and that's why that they love him at first base, because it plays like that. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. Mudcats Hi, welcome back to the broadcast. Bottom of the third inning. Tyler Crudo will lead things off. Crudo looks at a breaking ball in there, strike one. Crudo right back at my face, 0-2.
Stop flinching, bro.
Tyler Crudo, 500 average on the season so far. 1 home run, 10 RBIs, 12 runs, and in 8 games played, he has 4 stolen bases. So he's been one of the best players on this team so far to start the year.
Yeah, 1-2.
26 total bases. Yeah.
Actually, really good.
0-2. Crudo into right center field. This one's popped up, coming in as the right fielder. He'll make the catch. Crudo's retired. So here's Max Garcia will step in with 1 out.
That's out.
0-1 the count to Garcia. Here's the pitch. Garcia chases the fastball. 0-2. A lot of these pitches have been out on the outside part of the plate. And the Solano Mudcats hitters just are not going to the other side of the field. They're not trying to go opposite field. At least it doesn't seem like so far. As here's the 0-2. And he chases the slider. Strike 3. So here's Zach Goldenberg, and he looks at a fastball in there, strike 1. See if Goldenberg can't try to get the Mudcats on the board with 1 swing, and he pops this one up along the first base line, now into foul territory, and the first baseman can't make the play. So, had it in his glove.
Looked like it was going to come back to fair territory a little bit.
And that's the win here at Yarborough Stadium. We say it a lot. A lot of balls will start in foul territory, and next thing you know, they end up in one of the corners of the outfield. So 0-2. And if you're Zach Goldenberg, you got to protect the plate, obviously, but
Like we bring up every game. He's got power, but he also hits for contact.
yep.
So if he's down 0-2 early, he'll work his way back up to a full count like we saw in his first at bat in the first inning.
Yeah, and we'll see what Goldenberg does here. I mean, obviously, like we were saying, he hits for contact, can protect the plate, but he can also, with 1 swing, put the Mudcats on the board. So we'll see here. 0-2. And he fouls this one at the plate. Sounded like his bat broke. We'll see if that doesn't seem like it did. Kind of sounded a little weird coming off the bat. Goldenberg checking his bat just to make sure. Oh, we'll find out in this next pitch if his bat shatters in half or not. 0-2. Zach Goldenberg. Here's the pitch. And he chases the slider. That pitch has just been money for him today. The Mudcats have no answer for that pitch. We'll head to the top of the 4th. It's 4.
Madsen.
That white jersey is
Hi.
so cool.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Top of the 4th inning, 4-0. The Lincoln Potters lead the Mudcats. Hancock out there on the mound to start the 4th. He's given up 4 runs, but he's gotten a few strikeouts. He has gotten some runners in scoring position, but he hasn't really allowed too much damage. As this one's fouled away, straight back to the screen.
In the bullpen, it looks like the Vanden alumni for DJ Anderson out of Concordia, Nebraska. Yes, that is DJ Anderson. I recognize his wild pitching from anywhere.
1-1. Curveball hit back up the middle and into center field. That's what the Potters have done all night so far. Just going right back up the middle.
Now, if DJ Anderson does come into this game, are you a little worried because he's much taller, and where they're hitting, and where the Potters are hitting the ball up the middle, and that's near his chest and
Next
head
up,
area.
center fielder
So
number
if
6,
you're
Jordan
Stafford, are you
Lopez.
worried about your?
Well,
If you
I
decide
think
to
the
bring
thing
Anderson.
with DJ is when they got him, and they picked him off. What a play. And it happened so quick. And
missed it.
I saw it. I saw it happen, and he just caught him leaning just a little bit. So just like that, the leadoff runner is out to begin the inning.
Wow, I missed it. It happened so fast.
This one is hit foul. Great pickoff move from Devin Hancock. Oh, and 1. And that's on the outside corner, strike 2. Well, one of the other players that, speaking of guys warming up, that will probably come into the game or could come into the game, DJ Anderson, it's obvious that he'll probably come into the game at some point. Carson Thompson was warming up pregame about, I'd say maybe about 40, 45 minutes prior to first pitch. He was out there as I actually got some footage of him warming up there, and he could just be, working on some things, but he is a left-handed pitcher, and it's always nice to, get those matchups, get the lefty out there on the mound. So we'll see if that means anything, as this one's hit into right. Coming in is the right fielder, and he lets it fall in front of him. So with 1 out, the runner gets the first.
Put your hand together for that boy, Tyler.
Here's the first pitch. This one is ripped into left center field. Going over is the left fielder, and he goes into a slide and makes the play.
I'll go look next time.
Next up, first baseman, number 25, Ty
I
McGraw.
see you to make that play. Of course, I don't have to rush to. What is left field in number terms? I forgot.
7.
7? Oh, it was caught.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. You unmuted it.
Have you been muted? You've been unmuted.
Oh, well.
You've been unmuted.
Hey, you know what? Quick pickoff attempt. That was Teo Kopp that made that play. Over in left field, he came up on the ball, and he kind of went like he was going to take a knee to catch it, and then he just slipped, and he kind of went into a slide. So this one's in the dirt, 1-1. What did they say when they?
Buddy.
Yeah. Here's the 1-1. This one ripped, and Goldenberg can't come up with it. It's down the right field line. Runner will round second. He'll go to third. That'll put runners at the corners with 2 outs. Zach Goldenberg,
He had that.
he came so close to making that play.
I think he hit the palm of his
Yeah.
glove right here. I think he hit the. Well, if he hit the palm, I think he's gonna squeeze it. But if it hit right here near your wrist area, that is not getting squeezed.
Well, kind of looks like it hit his wrist area. Goldenberg's taking his glove off. He's tapping his chest, kind of saying, "My bad."
Yeah, he is.
But that's such a hard play to make. I mean, a hot shot right down the right.
That's why they call them. That's why they call the corners the hot corners.
So with 2 outs, Devin Hancock looking to try to get off the field, try to get this quiet Mudcats offense back up to the plate, and hope that, you know, it only being 4-0 and we're still early. We're only in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, it's very early still, Ryan. Yeah.
As this one's hit hard foul. But
Very early. Normally, the Mudcats have, in the games that I've done with you so far, they've scored in the first. They haven't scored in the second. They've always scored in the third.
Yeah.
This is the first time that we've been since the first game where they only scored in the first inning, and didn't score anymore.
yeah, and the Mudcats, like we were saying, is this one's hit hard right at Tyler Crudo. He'll flip on to second. That'll end the inning.
That was a
So
broken bat.
broken bat. The bat's laying right down the first base line, shattered in 2. No runs. They do threaten though, but do not score. We'll head to the bottom of the
All
4th.
right,
Mudcats.
it's time for
Welcome back to the broadcast. Bottom of the 4th inning. Wyatt Davis will lead things off for the Mudcats as he looks at a good curveball in there, strike 1.
These Mudcats got to start swinging at the first pitches.
Yeah.
When they win, they're aggressive at the first pitch.
Well, and to kind of answer kind of go on to what you were saying last inning as Davis fouls this one away. All the games that we had done, they had all scored first.
Yeah.
And going back into that Medford, that series in Medford, the first 2 games of that series, they were doing what they've been doing the whole season. But then those last 2 games, and they're on a 2-game losing streak right now, those last 2 games, they did not score first, I believe, in either one of those games. And then their pitching and even their defense a little bit fell apart.
It looks
But
like the scoreboard is broken because there's no 0 in the total for the Mudcats.
oh, well, when is this? When is the scoreboard at Billy Louise Stadium not broken?
Yeah. When is it always?
I could take you back to the season against the Mudcats. Is Wyatt Davis kind of half swings this down the first base line. He'll be out, and he's not going to be too happy with himself on that swing.
You mean the Falcons?
And he's out. Yeah. I'd take you back to. Well, I'll give you back right after. So here's Bartram, and going back to what I was saying, it seemed like as this one's hit up the middle, and it hits the bag.
That's going to be his score.
So Bartram is going to take a long look, but he'll go back to first. And that's just unlucky there if you're the Potters. I mean,
Next up for the Mudcats,
so Teo Kopp will come up.
Teo Kopp.
So Teo Kopp will step in now with Bartram at first with one out. And he chops one on the ground. Coming in as the shortstop, and he rifles the first, and he got, oh no, they say he pulled him off the bag. They're saying the first baseman didn't have his foot on the bag.
That's a good call by the blue right there. I mean,
Kopp,
it looked like his foot was not on the bag right there.
yeah.
It might have been just a couple feet off, but it's off the bag.
Next
That
up,
throw was a little
number
high,
25,
but
Teo.
So here's Gilbert Roth, and another spot where you have a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs. Can the Mudcats just get that one base hit that knocks in the first run of the game for them?
I want to say, please don't be the Giants right now. Please do not be the San Francisco Giants right now. Yeah, but they won last night 3-1.
Yeah, you know, hey, here's the 1-0.
After all the rumors of them selling at the deadline. If you're gonna sell, don't get rid of Arias. I want them to. I want the Giants to extend him. Because he's going to win a Platinum Glove at second base.
Here's the 1-1. And Roth pops it up into right field. And coming in and battling the wind is the right fielder, and he makes the play. So here comes Brandon Stone with 2 outs. So here's Stone with 2 outs. Bartram at second. And a runner at first base as he takes a look at a good
Today's
curveball.
attendance, 1,170.
What do you say? Ski being ski.
And this one's hit into left field. And Stafford sending Bartram. There's going to be a play at the plate. Here's the throw home, and it's dropped by the catcher. So that's an RBI single for Stone. Knocks in Bartram, and the Mudcats are on the board. It's 4-1.
So it's also the elevation for them, and probably it's like a little humid down there too for them.
Yeah.
Memo.
So 1-0. Adrian Ruiz is stepping in now with runners at the corners, and the pitcher will step off the rubber here. Stone knocked in the first Mudcats run of the game. And Ruiz takes a slider in there, strike one. Teo Kopp on the play moved up to third. He was on first, and so with his speed, he allowed him to move all the way up to third when the throw came home. And that was a great throw from the outfielder. It just was dropped at the plate by the catcher. The tag was right there. They would have gotten Bartram had the catcher not dropped the ball. So count is 1-2 to Adrian Ruiz, and
Not his glove.
1-2, and that misses off the plate. 2-2. Two and two to Adrian Ruiz. Runners on the corners. One run in here for the Mudcats. Here's the pitch, and this one's ripped past the diving shortstop into left center field. That'll knock in another run. Coming across, and did that ball go in the dugout?
No, it did not.
No, it did not. It bounced off the dugout. So that's an RBI single for Adrian Ruiz.
RBI double.
That's an RBI double.
Next up,
So it's going to be a single, and he advanced to second on the throw.
On the air.
Yeah, on the throwing error. I believe that's how you. Here's Tyler Crudo. And suddenly, the Mudcats offense is starting to knock on the door. You got runners at second and third. Tying runs are on base as Crudo swings and foul tips that into the glove of the catcher. Well, a base hit here for Tyler Crudo. We know he loves to go the opposite way. That could mean a tie ball game here.
370 center in the right center.
1-1. Crudo bounces one on the ground. This should end the inning, and it does. But the Mudcats score two, and they get on the board. We'll head to the top of the fifth. It's 4-2 Potters. Welcome back to the broadcast. Top of the 5th inning, 4-2. Now the Potters lead. Mudcats scored 2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. And DJ Anderson will take over on the mound as he comes into the game. And here's the first pitch, and that misses low. Here's the 1-0 from Anderson. And a good, healthy fastball. This one hit foul and out of play.
That foul ball is brought to you by the Dirty Fish Podcast.
Come on, DJ.
1-1. This one chopped on the ground, and that'll go into the outfield. So it was just such a high chopper over towards first base and second base, and just got through the hole. So that's a leadoff base hit.
Next up,
And DJ Anderson, 9 strikeouts on the season so far, and 3 appearances. He has 1 win, so he's 1-0 on the season. So, very efficient start to the season so far for him and the appearances that he has had. He has a healthy fastball slider combination, and I believe he has a 2-seam fastball along to go with those 2 pitches. And he'll mix and match it very well. And when he's going right, that high fastball about belt high, and then he can elevate it. It becomes such a hard pitch for hitters to get on top of. And he could be one of the premier pitchers for this Mudcats team. He can come out of the bullpen. He can also start. 2-0. And that is just a little bit high, 3-0.
Come on, baby.
Let's go, bud. Anyway on.
Three 3-0 from Anderson. And that misses low, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk. And that puts runners at first and second now with nobody out.
next up, third baseman number 35, Shane Miller.
Here's the pitch, and that one looked like the slider misses down and in. Here's the 1-0. That misses low. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And there's a good fastball in there, strike 1.
Blue ball.
2-1 from DJ Anderson. And that misses low. DJ Anderson out of Concordia, Nebraska. That's the college that he is currently attending. Pitches in their program out there, and they have a really talented program. 3-1. That misses ball 4. So DJ Anderson is now Gilbert Roth is going to go out there and talk to him. And that'll be a Mudcats meeting on the mound. Second of the game. bases are loaded with nobody out, and Anderson just needs to try to find some rhythm here. Try to gain command of that fastball.
Next up, number 9, catcher Cooper Smith.
And that's on the outside corner, strike one. Here's the 0-1. This one is hit into left field. It's playable. Kopp has got a beat on it, and he'll fire into the cutoff man, so that'll work as an RBI sacrifice fly, and it's 5-2 Potters. But Anderson did the right, Kopp did the right thing in just making sure the rest of the runners don't advance. And they don't. He threw it back into, I believe, Max Garcia.
Next up, left fielder, number 5, Mace Madsen.
So, one out, run in, and Anderson fires in a good slider, and there's strike one. Come over, son.
Got a bomb.
Oh. Here's the 0-1. That misses in tight. Anderson gonna try and keep a lot of his pitches low here, see if he can't induce a ground ball, and that would work really well because the Mudcats this season are very good at turning double plays. They're one of, I don't have the exact numbers with me right now, but I remember that they are one of the top teams in the PEL right now in turning double plays. If they don't rank first, they're right up there. Their defense does not commit a lot of errors. They don't throw the ball around the infield or the outfield a lot. They always seem to be in the right place at the right time, but we'll see here from DJ Anderson. Here's the 1-2. This one is popped up in the infield, it looks like. Max Garcia fighting the wind, and he makes a nice catch. Now throw into Tyler Crudo, looks the runner back to second. 2 outs. So it's not a double play, but it works kind of in a way of that because none of the runners
Next
advance.
up, center fielder, number 6, Jody Lopez.
So 2 outs now if you're Anderson. Potters, they have to get a base hit to drive in the run. So here's the pitch. This one fouled away. If you hear a lot of kiddos yelling, there are a lot of kids here at the stadium today at Yarborough Stadium. We have 2 ball boys, and we have a lot of kids in attendance watching the game. Here's the 0-1, and that's a high fastball, 1-1. Oh, if you're DJ Anderson, you can find a way to get out of this. It looked like it was going to be a lot worse than it is. It so far has been. Bases were loaded with nobody out. As this one's in the dirt, nicely blocked at the plate from Roth. Roth will ask for a new baseball. And DJ Anderson walked the bases loaded. I believe he walked the bases loaded to open up the inning. And then got the sacrifice fly, but he got the out, and then he got the pop-up to Max Garcia.
Just a moment ago.
2-1, fouled away 2-2. Some Mudcats players down in the Mudcats bullpen are warming up and playing soft toss right now.
Surprised not playing hockey sack. Then again, it's baseball, not soccer, so I'm not surprised.
What is the World Cup time? Here's the 2-2 from Anderson. And that is right in there, strike 3. So DJ Anderson gives up a run, but he works out of a jam. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 5-2 with the Mudcats coming. Welcome back to the broadcast as Garcia chops one on the ground to third. Here's a throw over to first, and it's a little high, and they said that he tagged him. So Garcia's retired on 1 pitch. That's kind of disappointing because I was just about to say how good of a season he's been having, and he has been having a really, really good season. And by disappointing, I mean I wanted to talk about him a little bit more, but
Next up, first pitch.
so as I was saying, Max Garcia, in 8 games this season, he's batting .462 with 1 home run, 11 RBIs, 15 runs, and 36 plate appearances. Just a really great season for him so far. And Goldenberg chases that slider again. He just can't lay off of it today. Goldenberg behind in the count, 0-2. Here it is. And no surprise they went back to that slider, as that one misses down and away.
Go, baby, go.
So 1-2 to Goldenberg.
Oh.
2-2 to Goldenberg. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one misses outside, 3-2. Goldenberg once again works himself back into a really good count. We'll see if they pitch to him with 1 out. You have Wyatt Davis on deck. And here it is, and Goldenberg strikes out swinging. So he's down on strikes for his 2nd time this evening. And here comes Wyatt Davis. So here is Wyatt Davis with 2 outs. He's hitting .313 on the season. 9 games played. 2 home runs, 18 driven in. And he also has 2 stolen bases. See, he looks at one off the plate, 2-0. Last Mudcats homestand before they went on the road to Medford.
It's a crazy game.
He hit his 2 home runs in that homestand as he chases that one in the dirt.
You remember the last home game, don't you?
Yeah.
The last game we did together, the Saturday game.
Two and 1 to Davis. Davis hits it off the end of the bat, and that one will go foul.
Parents were going
Please
crazy.
return all foul balls to the concession stand.
Two. Davis will remain in the count, 2-2. Well, Mudcats scored 2 in the bottom of the 4th inning, and then the Potters came back and scored a run of their own in the top. So they lead 5-2 as this one misses way out of the zone. Count will run full 3-2. Bartram awaits on deck. Here's the 3-2. Davis, high drive into right center field. And coming over is the center fielder that hits off his glove. Davis will end up at second. And that puts a runner into scoring position. So here is Bartram. Wyatt Davis gave that one a really good ride. It hit off the center fielder's glove. I mean, he almost made the play of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did.
And this one is hit into right field, and they're sending them. Coming up with it, here's the throw, and it's going to be cut off. 3-5 now, Potters. So RBI base hit for Derek Bartram. He's had himself a really good day. And here comes Teo Cox.
Next up.
So here's Teo Kopp. Mudcats get one back. Kopp looks at a good curveball, but looked like it was kind of hanging. Here's the 0-1. And did he go around? No, says the first base umpire, ball 1.
Check swings. If you know why, you know. If you know, you know.
Here's a 1-1. That one comes back to the outside corner, strike 2. Looked like some two-seam movement on that fastball. So
My mellow sinker.
1-2 to Teo Kopp. 1 run in. Kopp chases the slider, so he's down on strikes, and that'll end the inning. But the Mudcats, Derek Bartram, what a day he's had. 2 hits, 2 RBIs. We'll head to the top of the 6th. It's 5-3. Welcome back to the broadcast. Top of the 6th inning, 5-3, the Potters lead. Mudcats, though, within distance. They only trail by 2.
Number 2, shortstop.
They scored 2 in the bottom of the 4th, and then they just scored 1 in the last inning, thanks courtesy of a Derek Bartram RBI single. DJ Anderson remains out there on the mound. First pitch, and this one popped up. We'll see if it's playable. It doesn't look like it is.
Please return all foul balls to the slot bar, please. 30, please.
Count will be 0-1. As that one did not end up in the creek.
Bounced off of the concrete and into the woods.
Here's the 0-1. Oh, that one came way up and in.
So we've been wrong the entire time. The creek is over here. That's the path.
Come on. We have to change our scene. 1-1 pitch. That one's off the plate. 2-1. Anderson got into a really big jam in his first appearance in this game last inning, but he ended up only giving up 1 run. This one's hit deep into left field, and that ball is not coming back. And that ball was absolutely crushed. Just a middle fastball.
That ball was tattooed.
And they say the harder you throw them, the further they go.
Yes,
And that's exactly what happened in that situation. So Potters doing what they've been doing all year. That's their 2nd home run in the game. And that would make it, what, their 19th of the season as a team? 18th. So 6-3 Potters.
Thought you went to college, Ryan.
So lead-off home run for the Potters in the Top of the 6th inning. Teo Kopp has watched 2 balls go over his head and out of the stadium as this one misses low. And we do have a Solano Mudcat arm warming up down in the bullpen.
Number 3.
And that ball rolled all the way to the backstop. Looks like Christian Rambo is warming up down in the bullpen for the Mudcats.
Yes, it is. I'm waiting for the guy who they want to. I'm waiting for the guy to warm up is. Hold on. Maldonado. Just to hear his walk-up song again.
So 3-0 pitch, and that was just a fastball right down the middle.
Oh, that's outside.
Looked over the plate. Either way, it was called a strike. 3-1 from DJ Anderson. And that is ball 4. That one looked closer than the last one.
Yes, that did, Ryan.
So, DJ Anderson still has not recorded an out this inning. Giving up a leadoff home run, and then he walked the next hitter. So, we'll see what Coach Stafford wants to do here with Rambo warming up in the bullpen. And Rambo kind of looks like he's in a red alert. He's warming up kind of very quickly, and Stafford keeps looking back there. So, I would imagine that if Anderson gives up any more base hits or base runners, that might be it for him.
28 designated hitter Ethan Johnson.
Because it's only 6-3, and
Yeah,
you're
still
still in this game. I mean, your outs are running out, but as this one's swinging and missing, but then Roth goes past him to the backstop, so that'll allow a runner to move up to second. He got the swing and miss, though. And that slider today, he just has not gotten a lot of swings and misses with it at all. And he hasn't really been able to locate it very well, which I think is why he hasn't really gotten a lot of swings and misses. But that was probably the best one that he threw all day. So here's the 0-2. And this one's a broken bat. Way out of play. That'll land. No one knows because we didn't hear it.
Brought to you by our host families.
Might be in the apartments over here.
Oh, 0-2. 1 run in already in this inning for the Potters via the solo home run. Oh, 2 from Anderson. That's a high fastball, misses very high. Here's the 1-2. And, ooh, that looked like it had some movement coming back to the inside corner. Just missed, 2-2.
It almost hit him. And I think it did hit him. Might have
2-2. This one's hit on the ground, past the diving reach of Tyler Crudo into center field, and that'll plate another Potters runner. And that makes it 7-3. So now the lead is back up to 4. And
Next up, right fielder.
Stafford's
number 8,
getting up.
Quincy Marlboro.
And he's tipping his cap down to coach down there, and it looks like they might let, yeah, they're going to let Anderson at least face one more hitter.
See if you can try to get one out here.
See if he can't really, see if he can't get a ground ball, because then that'll be 2 outs. And even if Rambo comes into the game then, this one's popped up, and this might be the 1 out. Tyler Crudo coming in a little bit, and he makes the catch. So, 1 out. And Rambo looks warmed.
Still 2 warm.
And looks like Stafford's going to let Anderson
Next up, second baseman number 13.
possibly see, like I said, if he can't maybe get the ground ball, because now there's 1 out. So if you can get the ground ball, turn 2. It's only 2 runs that you've surrendered. I mean, the lead is back up to 4, but it's better than it being a long inning. And I'm sure Stafford doesn't want to have to use another arm in this inning. You would probably much rather use Rambo going into the top of the 8th.
On top of the 7th.
Oh, top of the 7th.
We're all over the place today.
I am. It's long week. Here's a 2-0. 3-0. Here's a 3-0. And that's in there, strike 1. See if Anderson can't induce a ground ball here in turn 2 and get out of this inning. Mudcats bats are kind of starting to wake up. It'd be nice to see them have a... It's in there, strike 2. Same spot, same pitch.
Same spot.
So the count is full now. Here's a 3-2. And that is in there. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. You can't believe it. Front doored him. And now Coach Stafford will come out. So that's going to be it for DJ Anderson. Christian Rambo will be coming into the game, and we'll be right back after this. Oh, welcome back. After the pitching change, Christian Rambo replaces DJ Anderson out there on the mound. DJ Anderson gave up 3 runs, but he struck out 3. So there were a lot of those 2 innings. It could have been a lot worse for him. But I think if you were to ask him, I think he would say that he felt like he didn't do his job necessarily.
DJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a really excellent pitcher, too. As this one's chopped on the ground, Tyler Crudo will go to first, and that'll end the inning. So Rambo comes in, gets the 1 out. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 7-3. Welcome back to the broadcast. Bottom of the 6th inning, 7-3. Potters lead the Mudcats. Gilbert Roth will step in to lead things off as he swings through a first pitch fastball. Oh, and 1, and that one misses off the plate. So here's the 1-1. One and 2 to Roth. And he lines one hard and off the diving attempt of the shortstop's glove into center field. So Roth gets on base.
Brandon Crawford's catching up.
Maybe. As here's Brandon. So Roth at first. As Brandon Stone steps in and looks at a first pitch fastball. Here's the 0-1. That's in there, strike two. Fastball grazed the outside corner. Here's the 0-2. And did he go? No. Ball kind of got away, but
It wasn't far enough.
catcher was able to get it. Roth is going to stay at first.
Lock in, let's go.
Bad issue.
Here's the 1-2. And that's in there, strike three. So Stone down looking on strikes. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Adrian Ruiz. Adrian Ruiz will step in.
Somebody was stretching on the grass.
And this one, Ruiz had to bend out of the way of that one. One out. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning. 7-3 to Potter's lead. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. A little bit tardy on that fastball. Here's the 1-1. Ruiz looks at a fastball off the plate. Ball two. Two and one to Adrian Ruiz. Gilbert Roth leading off at first. Did he go? They said he did. So 2-2. Didn't even realize that Ruiz offered at that pitch. Two and two. And Ruiz, and that time he held back 3-2. Here's a 3-2. And that's right there, strike three. Not sure what Ruiz was looking for. That pitch was right down the middle of the plate. But that's just been the story of the day for the Mudcats. I mean, they've scored 3 runs, but they just haven't protected them. So here's Crudo. And Crudo hits one foul.
That ended up in the woods.
0-1 to Tyler Crudo. Here's the 0-1. That one misses well off the plate. Looked like that one ended up in the dirt, so the catcher's going to ask for a new baseball. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one's hit foul.
Into the woods.
That foul ball was brought to you by the host families for the Solano Mudcats.
Let's go.
That'll end the inning.
We're in the second half, right?
We'll move to the top of the 7th. It's 7-3.
Lead things off in the top of the 7th inning, catcher number 9, Cooper Smith.
And welcome back to the broadcast. Top of the 7th inning. 7-3 Potters lead. Christian Rambo, who came into the game last inning and got the final out of that inning. He's in to start the top of the 7th. And he hits the first batter that he sees. So, first pitch fastball. Nailed him right at the shoulder.
Fastball. That was purple.
That looked like a fastball. Maybe it was. It just didn't have. It just didn't have any spin to it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe because it looked like it was in good. It looked like it was gonna drop like a sinker, and maybe it got away from him.
Next up, left
Well,
field,
it
number
clearly
5,
did
Mays
get away from
Madsen.
him. That's not what you want to do on the first batter of the inning. Here's the 1-0. And this is high, 2-0. Two 2-0 pitch. And there's that good curveball. Strike one. Here's the 2-1. And wow. These Solano Mudcats pitchers today have just been getting squeezed.
And you look at the Potters pitchers; they're getting every outside call.
We're getting
some outside, but not also inside. They're getting inside.
I wonder if the umpire got fooled by the amount of movement on that curveball, because
He might
where
have.
it ended up, it was right down the middle.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I've gone
Next up,
before on
center
the
fielder number 6,
curveball.
Jordy Lopez.
And it ended up being in the middle.
As an umpire, have you ever been crossed up behind home plate?
Yes, I have. If I know what that means, but explain cross that.
Like you kind of like what we were talking about, like you get confused on
Oh yes, I have multiple times,
on
especially at the
movement.
majors.
Runner's going. It's a double steal, and there's going to be no throw. So the Potters looking to try and put this game away for good here in the top of the 7th.
Sunday's home. Just best it on the broadcast.
This one gets away. That'll bring in a run. That ball was in the dirt. It'd be nice if the Mudcats brought us home. But at the bottom of the 7th, they're going to have to do a lot of work.
Yes, they are.
Two 2-0. And that curveball is just not being called a strike. For whatever reason, it's at least looks as though that it's
From our angle, look
right
like a
there.
strike.
Yeah,
Might be low.
maybe. 3-0. And that's ball 4, so Rambo just can't find the strike zone right now.
Now batting shortstop, number 2, Jared Land.
That one misses in the dirt.
Today is a great day, Ryan.
1-1. Misses low, 2-1. Well, I can see that it's 2-0. You're watching the World
Mexico.
Cup. It is World Cup time, as here's the 2-1. This one's hit sharply on the ground. Throwing over to 1, and Crudo's throw to first. Double play. A run comes in to score, but they do get 2 outs. So what a play from Max Garcia, and then Tyler Crudo with the relay
Next up,
throw
first baseman, number 25, Ty McGraw.
over to Zach Goldenberg at first base. Like I was saying earlier, statistically, they're one of the best defensive teams in the league right now.
Mhm.
They rank amongst the top of the teams in the PAL for defensive runs saved, and if you were to break it down, the amount of double plays that they've turned this year, if you count non-league games too, is just absurd. And one of the non-league games, they turned 3 in one game. And that's something that you don't really see. So here's the 0-1. Good curveball, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 from Rambo. That's in the dirt. Here's the 1-2. This one's hit off the end. Max Garcia deep in the hole at third, and he makes the play. So 2 great plays in this inning from Max Garcia. And we'll head to the bottom of the 7th.
All I'm gonna
It's
say
9-3.
That's vintage Machado right there. kid called him a kid. He said he's not a kid.
Welcome back to the broadcast. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Max Garcia hits one up the middle. Diving attempt is the second baseman, and it rolls just under his glove into center field. And now Garcia's got to get back. And he does. He took a wide turn. And I don't think he expected that throw to come back in so quickly. So here's Zach Goldenberg, and he's had a relatively quiet day at the plate. He struck out twice.
Both thinking they're ball 4.
He comes back home after having a really big weekend as he hits one shallow right field, and that's going to fall for his first hit of the day. So how about that? You strike out twice, and here in the later innings, you get your first hit on a bloop single in the right field. And that'll bring up Wyatt Davis. So here's Wyatt Davis. Runners at first and second with nobody out. And Davis looks at a first pitch strike. Davis had an at-bat earlier in the ballgame where it was in the early stages of the game. He almost hit a 3-run home run. He hit it out into right center field between the 400 and 370 marker. And that ball just didn't have enough elevation to it to get out of the ballpark.
That foul ball is brought to you by Click the Music, mobile DJ.
So he's quickly down in the count 0-2. See his 2-strike approach and see what he tries to do here. Oh, 2 to Davis. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. Just blew the fastball right by him. So here comes Derek Bartram, who he's had 2 RBIs and 2 hits today. So here is Bartram as he steps in. As there's a good slider, strike 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And Bartram out of play. So Bartram quickly down in the count. Or maybe it's 1-1. Two. Strike 2. 1-2. Oh, that's Derek Bartram is down on strikes, so I was right in my initial thought. And you know what? I'm going to start just going with my initial thought because I very much do not trust that scoreboard. Serious Kopp with 2 outs. And Kopp looks at it like a curveball or a slider, one or the other, in the dirt. One and 0. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's in there, strike 1. Starting to see some shadows starting to creep over Yarborough Stadium. The sun is starting to go down. And that one misses high, 2-1. Here's the 2-1. And that is on the inside corner, strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on with 2 outs. A lot of 2s in this inning. And that is off the plate. Count will run full. Gilbert Roth awaits on deck, so if Teo Kopp were to reach, the bases would be loaded for him. Three and 2. And this one's hit off the thumbs. Coming in as the second baseman, he makes a nice play. That'll end the inning. So the Mudcats threaten but do not score. We'll head to the top of the 8th, 9-3. Hi, welcome back to the broadcast. Top of the 8th inning, 0-1 is the count. Christian Rambo is out there on the mound. That one bounces to the backstop. One and one. That one's in the dirt.
This girl's bad.
2-1.
Wow.
3-1. Here's a 3-1. That's in the dirt, ball 4. So Rambo walks the leadoff hitter.
Can I have your attention, please? Now hitting for the Potters, number 26, Jackson Henderson.
Jackson Henderson will be the pinch hitter. The right-handed hitter will come into the game
All right, let's go, Jackson.
to face leadoff runner on for the Potters. And he swings at the first pitch. Or if you're around this weekend, the Mudcats will be here at Yarborough Stadium. They travel to Lincoln tomorrow night to play the Potters, but they'll be home this weekend, Friday and Saturday, to play the Kings. They'll play them Friday. First pitch will be at 5 o'clock. Saturday, first pitch will be at 1. And then they'll have 2 days off, and then they play the Marysville Giants on the 30th. As this one's hit into left field, that's going to fall in front of Teo Kopp. Kopp will fire it back in. And that's a base hit for Henderson. Runners at first and second now with nobody out.
Let's go, Luke. Leave it up to you, bud.
Next up, second baseman number 13, Luke Willard.
Well, the Potters threatening to add on here. They already lead 9-3. Rambo, hanging curveball hitting to center field. Ruiz is back. He'll make the catch. And he'll fire all the way back into throw. Into third. What a throw from Ruiz.
Cannon.
And that curveball was up. And I think if you're Rambo, you're probably thinking, man, I got away with one right there,
Yeah,
because
most definitely.
that
You-
curveball was...
Number 35, Shane Miller.
I don't think if he throws that one again, I don't think he's getting it back. But he hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark, 400 to center field. And this is a better first pitch curveball in their knee high on the looked about outside corner. It's hard to tell sometimes from this view, but counts 0-1.
You have a perfect view of the inside ankle.
Yeah. Speaking of the dimensions here at Yarborough Stadium, it is kind of a
Chilly day.
yeah. It's a pretty. It's chilly, yeah, for the weather, but for dimensions, 330 down the right field line, or down both right and left, and then 370 to left center and right center. As this one's chopped on the ground, Tyler Crudo will come over, and now no one's at second. Crudo's got to hurry, and everybody's safe. So Brandon Stone just didn't cover second base. I don't know if he got crossed up on Tyler Crudo coming up across the middle behind the bag. But Crudo made a really nice play, and he went to flip it, and Stone wasn't there. So then he had to hurry and throw this first, and just couldn't get anybody. So kind of a defensive mistake there, I guess you could say, for the Mudcats. Because that could have very well have been a double play.
Yeah, I mean, I seriously don't think anybody was there. What the?
Now we're
I think the trainer.
Trainer's going out to look at the umpire. So now we're gonna take a moment. The bases are loaded
Next
with
up,
one
catcher
out.
number 9, Cooper Smith.
So the umpires will come together. Roth is standing in between them. Looks like they just needed a hydration break. Speaking of the World Cup. So we'll get a hydration break.
It was definitely the umpire, the home plate umpire. Might be, I think he got diabetes.
Hydration break.
You got Snickers, some water.
Yeah, it makes sense. But I figured I would bring up the hydration break because it is the World Cup right now.
Yes.
And, you know, for those that are listening, who are you rooting for?
Me,
Let us know.
right now,
I know what Antonio's rooting for.
I'm rooting for 2 countries. I'm rooting for Mexico. I'm also rooting for the greatest soccer player of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo, in Portugal.
And I know who I'm rooting for, and it might be a little bit different than you. I'm rooting for the USA, obviously,
And
to
Mbappe.
upset and you know, win it all, even though I highly doubt they do.
You'd
They
be so-
could.
you'd-
They
you'd
could.
be- They could make it far this year. They can make it far because
Yeah.
they have home field advantage throughout the entire. If they make it through if they make it to every round.
Yeah, and they do have
Because
a
they're
good
not
team
going to
this
go to
year.
Mexico or they're not going to go to Canada. All their games are being played here in the U.S., so they have home field advantage everywhere they go.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing that could make it interesting for the USA, but also my other team, which is my favorite player in soccer, is Mbappe on Team France. I watch him when he plays for Paris. So,
That's like 3
He-
years ago, buddy.
oh, you know what? That's when I really started watching him.
You really started
And-
right after you won the World Cup at
Well,
18.
It's funny you say that because when I went, I was never, like growing up, I was never the biggest soccer fan. I did play soccer a few years, but I wasn't like in love with soccer. Like I really didn't watch it a lot. But when I went to France, I took a trip to France, and it's funny, the year that they won it,
You were there.
I went to France
During the
on I don't think it was during the World Cup. But I went there, and this is when he was playing for Paris, and I went into the Nike. They had a huge Nike.
Yeah, they partnered with Jordan. So.
They had a huge Nike store, and it had a bottom floor and a middle floor and a top floor. Well, on the very top floor, when you take the escalator all the way up, there's just I mean, you can't even I can't even describe it to you. Just like soccer jerseys for like ever. This one's hitting the right field. This one is gonna fall down in front of, I believe, Bartram in the right field, and that'll score a runner. And here's the throw back to second, and I'm not sure what happened. I lost sight. Describe it.
So basically what happened right there was the ball came in pretty quick. The runner on second for the Potters overran second.
Ooh.
That ball is foul tip off the umpire's hand.
I don't think it was his hand, buddy.
No, he definitely has a couple on. So back to what I was saying. The second baseman, the runner on second for the Potters overran second. The Potters just stayed in the station. He was halfway to third base and he turned back around. Goldenberg had the ball in, went to throw it, and no one was at the bag. And then he sees Crudo and Stone. Is that Stone at short?
This one is hit down the right field line. Fair ball. Potters are off to the races. That'll score 1, and that'll score 2. So the Potters have just completely blown the gasket off of this game now. And it's 12-3 Potters. So, and Coach Stafford will come out, so that'll probably mean a pitching change. But we will stay right here just in case. it isn't. And he's looking back, and yeah, he's signaling. So that's going to be it for Christian Rambo. Not the greatest outing in the world for him. All right, doors have been blown off. It's a blowout, 12-3. We'll be right back after this. Oh, we're back after the pitching change. Cal Elvis, he just recently joined the Solano Mudcats, Vacaville native. Hard throwing right-hander as he'll come up to the plate. So the Mudcats, after adding him to the roster, they've gotten a lot more depth in their bullpen, and along with their pitching staff, they already had a lot of depth, but you can't have enough pitching. You always need more, because guys will go down, guys will get hurt. Sometimes you're going to have to even shut some arms down just because of games like this where pitchers throw a lot of pitches. You may not be able to use them, like DJ Anderson and Christian Rambo probably won't be able to use those two arms tomorrow night, depending on the situation and the circumstances. If it's a closer game, or maybe if it is a blowout, you can maybe afford to maybe get those guys some more reps. But 3-0, and Cal Elvis just walks the batter on 4 pitches.
91.
Here's Elvis's first pitch, and a nice wraparound curveball, strike 1. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, strike 2. This guy for the Potters, his last at bat, He had a towering home run off of DJ Anderson. Went way over the 370 marker out towards the flagpole. Teo Kopp playing way deep out in left field. The entire outfield, really, other than Bartram over in right.
Left field and center field are on the
Ruiz.
the extra deep MLB settings.
Ruiz and Teo Kopp are playing, I think, on the warning track. Because here's the 1-2. That misses off the plate. And rightfully so, because, I mean, like I said, his last at bat, he hit a freaking tape measure shot. That ball went way, I think it almost, I'm trying to think how far out that flagpole is from the fence. It very well may have passed it. 3-2. That misses low, ball 4. So Elvis walks in a run. The lead will extend.
Only have my rangefinder with me. I do it, so next
No,
ball.
Barney. First baseman number 25, Tyler
Over,
Jones.
I'm not going to get in now.
This pitch from Elvis misses high. Elvis wanted it. One to 0. And that's in the dirt. Nicely blocked from Roth. Here's a 2-0. That misses low. Ball 3. Kyle Elvis having difficulties finding the strike zone. I believe, and I could be wrong, because I would have to go back to the Medford series, but I believe this is Kyle Elvis's first appearance as a Mudcat ever. So he walks in another run. And now coach for the Mudcats will head out to the mound. I'm not sure who that is. Maybe Antonio, maybe you'll know. It's not Carr. Carr's standing over by the dugout.
That's Bandit's coach.
What's his name? Do you know?
J Ray.
Oh.
Everybody calls him Coach J Ray.
Coach J. Ray? So just overall not a good night for the Mudcats. And the wheels kind of started to come off around the 6th inning. 6th and the 7th inning, and then beyond. Obviously, this is the biggest inning. 5-run inning. But it's not that surprising that the Potters have scored this amount of runs. Maybe it's kind of surprising in the way that they've done it.
Yeah. Is that Coach Carr out? Is that Coach Carr out there in the bullpen?
Carr, no. It's in there, 0-2. But the Mudcats, or like the Mudcats, Potters have been scoring double-digit figures
Every game.
for basically every single game this season. Definitely in the conference.
Along with the Mudcats.
Yeah. So when you have two high-powered offenses collide,
One's gonna get shut out.
you're gonna have games like this where one team just absolutely destroys the other. And that's not to say that tomorrow night's gonna be the same. But the Mudcats, they obviously, you look back on this game, the Potters are a good team. And I think this is just a loss, kind of like opening night. They got blown out, but you put that loss behind you, and you go on to do what they did for the next 8 straight games in a row, which was win via blowouts basically every game. And I believe it might have been more than that. But finishing strong is the most important thing. As here's the 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Cal Elvis gets his first Mudcat strikeout of his career as a Mudcat. So welcome to the Mudcats, Cal Elvis, the Vacaville native.
Next up, number 26, Jackson Henderson.
So he's a local kid,
Who?
Cal Elvis, Vacaville native.
The pitcher?
Yep. Here's the 0-1. And that is in there, strike 2. 2 beautiful placed fastballs from Elvis. See if he can get out of this inning. Here's the 0-2. Right there, strike 3. So Cal Elvis, in his Mudcats debut, he gives up 5 in this inning, but then he gets out of it. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. It's 14-3.
I think.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Bottom of the 8th inning. Gilbert Roth will lead things off against submarine pitcher,
AKA Tyler Rogers.
most famous, at least around the Bay Area, Tyler Rogers, until he went to
The Mets.
the Mets, and then he signed a mega 3-year deal with the Toronto Blue Jays.
And how's that working out for him?
He's still on the team.
How's Duvall working out, though?
That's another story for another time and another place.
He's washed.
Just know that he had a chance to make millions with the Giants, and he turned them down.
After his All-Star year.
Here's the 1-2. That misses off the plate. It's always fun watching submarine pitchers, and we'll see how low he gets to the ground, but can't help but think about Tyler Rogers, and when he goes, when he gets low, he almost touches the ground initially as he swings and misses through a fastball. This one has popped up and out of play. Brandon Stone. Like I said earlier, the Mudcats will be playing the Potters tomorrow night at their home stadium down in Lincoln. So 1-1 to Brandon Stone. Here's the 1-1.
Holy frame job.
2-1. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. Here's the 3-2. This one ripped into right center field. That's going to get down, and that's going to roll to the wall. Well, it got cut off, but it's going to be extra bases regardless for Brandon Stone. And that'll bring up Ruiz. So here's Ruiz. He'll step in with one out and a runner at second. This one ripped foul.
What do we say? Into the woods.
Into the woods now.
No?
Since for weeks we've been saying into the creek.
And the creek is this way.
Here's the 0-1. And Ruiz reaches for that one and pokes it foul along the right field line.
Near the bullpen. Yeah, I think it's going to get cold.
Here's the 0-2. And that one misses well off the plate. Here's the 1-2. This one reached for and poked foul.
Into the woods.
Here's the 1-2. 2-2. That one misses well outside. 3-2. So full count to Adrian Ruiz. Brandon Stone taking his lead at second. Here's the 3-2. This one hit down the right field line. Coming over is the right fielder, and he reaches up and makes a great catch. Stone tagged up. Now they're going to throw over to second and see, but Brandon Stone moved up to third on the fly ball. Oh, and 1 to Tyler Crudo. Here's the 0-1. Crudo on the ground hard into left field. He's got himself an RBI single. So that'll knock in Brandon Stone. So a nice piece of hitting from Crudo.
You put him and Ann on the same team?
Oh.
Waiting to happen.
Max Garcia, 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1. And that did not hit Garcia, but Crudo will move up to second on the pass ball. Wild pitch. So Cal will be 1-1. Here's a 1-2. One and two to Max Garcia. And that misses low and inside. Two and two. Here's the pitch. This one chopped. High chop on the ground to short. Here's the rifle throw over to first, and it's in time to get Garcia. That'll end the inning. Oh, we'll head to the top of the ninth. Welcome back to the broadcast, top of the 9th inning. This game is getting closer and closer to its conclusion.
Umpire's yelling at the Padres bullpen to get the baseball off the field.
It's amazing his set of eyes that he has.
Oh, you gotta have great eyes to be an umpire. You gotta have 20/20 vision.
Ethan Perkins is the new pitcher on the mound for the Solano Mudcats. Try to ride this thing out to its ending. This one misses outside.
You know what? Every time I hear the fence banging, you know what I think of?
What?
The Houston Astros. The trash cans.
Oh gosh.
I'm thinking they're signaling to their. I'm thinking they're signaling to their dugout.
I can't imagine after that happened how much it affected youth sports and how much it affected high school and college. Like, this one's hit hard up the middle. Oh, it hits the bag. Oh, that's just the kind of luck tonight for the Mudcats. Huh?
I'm not gonna throw my coach under the bus. I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying he's signed still, but
Number 35, Shane Miller.
he yelled out names and numbers, but that's about it. He wasn't banging on trash cans or anything.
But I always
From the
wonder.
dugout.
I always wonder, like.
And this was Little League. So there's no TVs, no clubhouses. This is just straight up eyeballs. And mind you, he didn't have the best eyes. Like he was wrong half of the time. If he was sign stealing, which I don't think he was.
You know, I always wonder, and I always wondered that year when it happened, because
Was Altuve actually wearing a wire? I always think about that.
I remember the 7 days that we had Carlos Correa.
Yes.
I
remember
remember when
hours we had Aaron Judge.
But
I'm sorry, Arson Judge is what I should say.
there's strike two. Well, I remember when Correa talked to the media, and I'll kind of go back to the Houston days when he was with Houston. And he flat out basically said, we did not do it, but we basically did everything that we needed to do to win. As Perkins gets his first strikeout. And you probably remember that interview, and a lot of people do, because that's kind of what started the whole meme, trash can meme, and like the Carlos Correa memes and the Jose Altuve memes.
I don't think George Springer did it though. I mean, he's always been a great postseason player.
Well, and Justin Verlander didn't do it either. And he
denied it. Garrett Cole denied it. He was on that he was in that rotation. And they say Altuve denied everything, all of it. I think the one time he did use it was against Chapman in the 17 championship series when he hit the bomb off of Chapman to walk it off. That was the only time I think he did use it, because no one hits a walk-off home run off a Aroldis Chapman throwing 102 miles an hour. And then your team comes out to celebrate you and you tell them not to throw off your jersey.
That was a little suspicious.
Yes, that was. They say he had a tattoo on, his wife's name tattooed across his chest. No one wanted to see him in his sports bra. Things like that.
Here's the 1-1. Hit on the ground sharply. Crudo over to second for one and over to the first. Dugout by Zach Goldenberg. That'll end the inning. Bottom of the 9th we go. 3 outs away. Welcome back to the broadcast.
That's
Bottom of the
doors.
9th inning, Zach Goldenberg. He has a hit today, but 2 strikeouts.
Oh my gosh, that was
Three-
doors. My glasses on.
3 outs. 3 outs away. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Reminds me of Trevor Bauer with the grunt.
Or Robbie Ray.
Yeah, more Trevor Bauer though. Trevor Bauer started it.
Actually, if you want to go even further back, Madison Bumgarner actually started it.
The grandpa. You think Dalton Rushing is becoming the new Chase Utley?
0-2. And he went around. So that's the hat trick for Zach Goldenberg. Definitely not a good night for him.
No, he needs the cycle.
But
he needs this. He needs an out cycle.
He needs the
strikeout.
sombrero. Is that what you're saying?
That
what
would be
it's
the show?
called. Yeah.
Yes, he needs a strikeout.
Here's Wyatt Davis. Mudcats are down to their final 2 outs. Mudcats, like I was saying earlier, they lost the final 2 games of that 4-game road trip in Medford.
They're on a 3-game losing streak right now.
And well, assuming that it holds up, they're going to be on a 3-game losing streak, which is going to happen. It's baseball. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Oh, that curveball is filthy.
Could be that
12-6.
the sun is starting to go down a little bit, so
Shadows. Actually, there's no. Why am I saying shadows? There are no shadows here.
the
It's
sun
all
is
shade.
down.
This is not Chavez Ravine, bro.
Here's the
shadows
0-2.
there are horrible.
Outside, 1-2.
And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The shadows there are horrible.
Well, shadows at Oracle Park at 4:05 first pitch time is bad.
I haven't been to a game there yet at that time. I've only gone to either night games or day games. That like 12.
1-2 to Wyatt Davis. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So
He definitely. is
Mudcats are down to their final out. So Bartram is up at the plate. Mudcats
Down to their final
possible,
2 strikes.
yeah, down their final out. This one in the dirt.
This guy definitely reminds me of Trevor Bauer early on. I'm being so serious. Like the mannerisms.
Well,
The mannerisms alone remind me of Trevor Bauer so much. The wind-up. The grunts. The screams. Watch.
here's the 1-1. This one hit on the ground hard, right at the second baseman. He's got it, and that'll win the game. So, Potters, they're just as hot as the Mudcats have been. 2 of the hottest. I'm going to say they're the 2 hottest teams in the
These two
Pacific
most likely to be
East Empire League right now.
the championship.
But Potters come into Yarborough Stadium and they win via a blowout. They win 14-4 over the Mudcats. The Mudcats' losing streak continues. They move to three losses in a row, so they're on a little bit of a 3-game skid. But they've been one of the hottest teams in this league, along with the Potters. I'll give my thoughts first real quick because I don't really have a lot. I'm sure you don't really have a lot either. I think the Mudcats, some of the things that they did well, I think they displayed really good hitting in the middle part of the game, towards the middle of the game, and then towards the end. Their pitching was okay. I think, obviously, DJ Anderson and Christian Rambo, I believe, were the two guys that came in, and then obviously, I'm not gonna say a whole lot about Elvis. I think this was Elvis's first appearance ever in a Mudcats uniform, so he just recently joined the roster, and I'll have to go check because he may have pitched in Medford, but I'll have to go look at the stats. But as far as I know, and as far as we know here on the broadcast, here on the YouTube channel, this is his first start. So I'm not really going to say a whole lot about him. He had good stuff. DJ Anderson, Christian Rambo, obviously, if you were to ask them, they probably are going to tell you that they could have done a lot better.
Yeah, they probably put the loss on them, but it's a team. It's a team sport.
Yeah.
There's no I in team.
I think overall, I mean, this is just like we were saying, opening day, you put the loss behind you. And that's exactly what the Mudcats did on opening night. They got blown out 22-4, I believe. And then they went on to win 9 straight. So it's going to happen. It's baseball. You're not going to beat every team. You're not going to win by double digits every single night. Yeah. So what are your thoughts, real quick, before we wrap things up here?
Short and simple. Pitching was okay. I only see 3 zeros on the board for the Potters, so that's not a good sign. But hitting, like you said, was okay. Was good towards the middle part of the game, and then the 4 and 5 innings, and then towards the 8th. But fielding wise, they made some errors, but were able to turn the double plays that they needed.
Yeah.
One of the errors was a double play.
Yeah.
Where Goldenberg went to go flip it, and no one, because the Potters overran second, and no one was at the bag, and so he didn't want to throw it and end up costing 2 more runs.
Yeah.
And then the one that was crucial was probably going to be the Tyler Crudo one, where he could have taken it himself, and then Stone came over to flip it, but by then it was too late, and Tyler Crudo couldn't even get it throw off at first. So it's just communication is key, boys. Like it comes down to communication.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, and no, I agree with that, and I think this is a talented team. And I when I first came here and I saw these guys
like Ski
taking
says,
BP,
we got a squad. Like he says every year, we got a squad.
But
man.
when you look at this roster and look at the guys, and I've said this before, the guys, they're all returners. Well, a lot of them are, and so a lot of these guys are familiar with each other. A lot of them are probably friends with each other off the field.
Yeah. Some play for Stafford for the Falcons.
Yeah, they have a lot of chemistry, and a lot of these guys too, although they might be at different colleges, they were once at the same high school as each other.
Actually,
I believe 2 of them, but
Anderson and Joe Jones.
I'll have to check. But anyway, that wraps things up here at Yarborough Stadium. Signing off, Ryan Irwin along with Antonio Harris. Once again, the final score, the Potters